Hi, I'm Ashley James with your WMAR 2 News update. A pregnant woman was shot and killed while in her home in Howard County over the weekend. 30-year-old Rabia Ahmad was just watching TV Friday night when someone fired shots from outside of the house, killing her. She was about 7 months pregnant. Doctors were able to save her baby. She was delivered prematurely and is in stable condition this morning at shock trauma, still fighting though to stay alive. Ahmad was a cosmetologist, lived with her boyfriend in Colombia. The 30-year-old recently moved up from Florida and was getting ready to become a mom. Again, 28 weeks pregnant. Police say just before 11 o'clock on Friday night, someone drove by their home. That was on Dovecote Drive. Opened fire, hitting her. Howard County Police Department offering a $5,000 reward for any information that leads to an arrest. Young people are pushing for change in the Baltimore County Police Department. The group Baltimore County Youth Speaks wrote a letter to County Executive John Olszewski calling for action in response to the County Council's recent police reform bill. Now, this bill would prevent officers from using excessive force like chokeholds when making arrests. It would also require officers to report excessive use of force and de-escalation training. The youth group plans to hold a rally on these reforms in Towson tonight at 5:15. And Tropical Storm Isaias is expected to make an impact along the East Coast. The storm hit the Bahamas hard. It's now drenching parts of Florida. Here in Maryland, there is concern about flooding in Ellicott City. Howard County Executive Calvin Ball says the emergency management team is closely monitoring the approach of the storm. He says the county is working with Howard Eco Works to inspect and remove debris from channels in the Ellicott City watershed. And meanwhile, in Baltimore City, residents concerned about flooding can pick up sandbags today from 9:30 this morning until 4 this afternoon at the intersection of Thames and Broadway. Mayor Jack Young says some garages are offering free parking so residents can move their cars to higher ground. So we want to go right to Chief Meteorologist Lynette Charles, who is tracking the storm.
You're watching WMAR 2 News with Chief Meteorologist Lynette Charles.
All right, Ashley, yes, we are tracking this storm, and this storm is going to continue to work its way on up the coast, and it's headed towards South Carolina, North Carolina, in between, right in that border. So we could see landfall there tonight, into this afternoon, into tonight, I should say, more accurately. And then after that, it is going to move in our direction across the mid-Atlantic, and it's going to cause some serious problems for us as well. So we're going to be dealing with some heavy rain and also some gusty winds, but coastal flooding will be a concern, but also inland flooding is going to be a concern, and the inland flooding could actually be worse than the coastal flooding. We're also going to be dealing with the storm surge about 1 to 3 feet out there as well. So a lot to go on with Isaias as we head into your tomorrow. So there we go with that future rainfall. Before it's all said and done, we could receive about 3 to 6 inches of rain and possibly maybe even higher amounts locally. So again, we have to keep our eyes peeled for that. We already do have flash flood watches up, and we also do have tropical storm watches up out there as well. The wind's going to be a concern, as we can see those gusts up to about 40 miles an hour. And when you're putting down a whole lot of rain in a short period of time, of course you have the flooding, but also the ground gets saturated, and any windy conditions that could topple trees over, and they could topple them onto power lines. So we could watch for some power outages as well. So we just have a lot to think about for tomorrow and really start planning. And I like to hear the fact that we are planning for some heavy rain and also some gusty winds for tomorrow. As we go in through the rest of today, we actually will get some rain in here, possibly some thunderstorms, could be on the strong to severe side. I'll show you that in a matter of moments. But as we head towards tomorrow, it will rain all day long. Once it gets here, it's not going to stop raining until about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. That's when it will end, and it will start to push on off towards the north and east, and then that will be New England's issue. In the meantime, for today, there's that Storm Prediction Center outlook that we have, a marginal risk. So the biggest threat for today will be damaging gusty winds, but we also have a threat for severe weather for tomorrow, mainly along the eastern shore. When you talk about landfalling systems, tropical landfalling systems, they can spin up tornadoes, so we just have to keep our eyes peeled for that for tomorrow. But once again, for today, it will be seasonal with showers, and the afternoon thunderstorm is possible. It won't be an all-day thing like it will be for tomorrow, but just keep your eyes to the sky for today. High temperature today, nice and seasonal. By tomorrow, temperatures will be below average, Ashley, because we will have plenty of rain coming in across the area. Back to you.
You stay with us online at WMAR2news.com for updates on top stories and breaking news. Also for news and weather. While you're on the go, download the WMAR 2 News app in the App Store. You can watch Live Radar and get breaking news sent straight to your phone. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Ashley James.
This WMAR 2 News update is sponsored by Jones Junction.